Yes, and very good morning to all of you. I hope all of you are fine. The topic that we have selected for our today's discussion is techniques that are involved in technical report writing. This is the thing that we shall be discussing in the course of our today's lecture. Uh, uh, in this session, we shall not only be looking at the techniques, but overall at the report, and then some of the steps that are involved in report writing, the body of the report, right? All these things we shall be discussing during the course of our this lecture. This lecture will not only enlighten you people in the techniques about the techniques that are involved in technical writing, but at the same time it will be re refreshing all your ideas and knowledge about the report writing you people have gone through so far. So let's begin without the further delay. Well, we are 14, and out of this 14, two presents are mine, and rest you people are 12 from all the three degrees. Just to remind you people that you might not be claiming that I was present in all the session and I have attended all the sessions. Just for your information, I am sharing it with you. And at the same time, you people can see your attendance in the CTS. So the basic techniques that are involved in technical writing. First of all, the basic technique that is involved in technical writing is to be clear and logical. Technical writing is not a place for elegant and dense prose. Neither it is a kind of mystery novel where the story has got several turns and surprising ending, or there are several turns that the story might take. But in technical writing, what we just need to have some clear steps, information, and examples. And overall, you can say all technical writing involves, or all technical writing is about clear and be logical. This is the rule that is there in the presentation of information in technical writing. And this clarity, it should not only be the clarity of the expression, but at the same time, this clarity should also be the clarity of meaning and purpose. And when we say logical, it means that whatever we have claimed or whatever stance we have taken, we need to provide logical reasons, examples, proofs, evidences to approve our stance. Then the second thing that is involved in the basic techniques of technical writing is to know your audience. And when we look at the purpose of all kinds of writing, so all kinds of writings are written to some audience. So same is the case with the technical writing. It is not something that is exception. However, technical writers should be more responsible in comparison to other type of writers, because technical writer is a person who informs people, or from whose writing people can learn about the new products, about the new inventions, about something new. And that all depends on the audience whom you are writing it to. For example, if you are writing something, right, that is advanced technical writing about the details of a new product, right? So it is assumed that you need to have a high level of prior knowledge, right? The meanings that you can avoid explaining basic concepts and use complex terms. However, if you are novice for the industry, you must explain basic concepts and avoid complex terms. And at the same time, you also need to know what is most important to share, what is to skip. So these are basic two basic techniques of technical writing. But at the same time, along with this, we have got some other one as well. Let's have a look at them all. So, first of all, when you fall in writing a technical report, you must have a basic knowledge of the table of contents, right? That is introduction, the structure of the report, the presentation, the planning of the report, writing the first draft, revising the first draft, diagrams, graphs, tables, and mathematics if numerics are there, then the report layout, then the headings, right? And at the same time, references to the diagrams, graphs, tables, and equations, then originality and plagiarism, then finalizing the report and proofreading the summary, right? Then again, proofreading, word process, desktop publishing, then recommended readings, right? So these are a few things that we shall also be considering when we deal with the technical writing art, dealing with the techniques of technical writing. So first of all, we have got the introduction with us. A technical report is a formal report designed to convey technical information in a clear and easily accessible format. It is divided into sections and subsections that allows the reader, different kind of readers, to access different levels of information. Then we have got the next thing, that is the structure of the report, right? A technical report should contain the following sections, right? The title page, summary, contents, introduction, right? And then introduction, literature review, methodology, then results, then conclusion, references, uh, right? Then bibliography, acknowledgements, right? Appendices. Along with these, right, we have got to look at the presentation of the technical report, right? For technical reports required as a part of an assessment, right, the following presentation guidelines are recommended, right? Script, the report must be printed single-sided on white paper A4, right? Handwritten or dot matrix printed reports are not acceptable, first of all. Then margins, all four margins must be at least 2.54 centimeter. All four margins, right, left, top, down, right? Then page number. Do not number the title, summary, or the contents pages. Number all other pages consecutively starting at page 1. Before this, you can use the Roman wording. Finding a single staple in the top left corner at 3 staples spaced down the left-hand margin. For longer reports, for example, here 3 project report points may be pointers may be used. Then next technique that is there, that should be considered in writing the technical report, that is planning the report, right? There are some excellent textbooks contain advice about the writing the process and how to begin write the planning of the report, right? First of all, that is that starts from the collection of the information. Then sources include laboratory handouts, lectures, notes, the university library, the reference books, and the journals in the department office. Keep an accurate record to all of the published references which you intend to use in your report by noting down the following information. For example, if you are using some references from the journal, then the information you need to note down is right. Uh, Author or author's name, title of the article, name of the article, right? Italic or underlined, right? Year of publication, volume number, bold, issue number if provided in the brackets. Then page number. Then if you are using some kind of books from where you are gathering the information, then you need to have the name of the author, title of the book, italic or underlined, edition if appropriate, publisher, year of publication, right? Then the next thing is, after this comes the next technique, that is writing the first draft of your technical report. When you sit to write your report, your first consideration should be who will be reading your report, right? For coursework assignments, right, reader may be your fellow students, right, faculty members, right? But in professional settings, there may be your boss, there may be your supervisor, there may be the manager, there may be some clients, or there may be the party interested who want to finance your project, right? So you need to take care of all these things, and so it is inevitable your draft should be right free from all kind of mistakes. Uh, then after you are finished with all the essentials of your report writing, that you have added all the information, right? That starts right from the title page, right, abstract, table of contents, table of figures, then introduction, literature review, methodology, results, conclusion, bibliographies, right, references, bibliography, appendices, right? You have added all these things. Then you need to revise your first draft, right? uh, some senior can revise it, you can also revise it, or you can even see information, and even technology can help you. There are different softwares that are available, right, that can help you, like Grammarly, and many others are there that can help you to align your draft. But you have to consider this thing, that all apps or all technology, right, fails, right? Only this is human mind that doesn't fail. Then the things that you have to consider, that is about the diagrams, graphs, tables, and mathematics, all that you have added in your report. For example, if you had added some diagrams, keep them simple, uh, draw them specifically for the report. Then if you have added graphs for details, guidance on graphs, plotting, see the guide to laboratory report writing. Then table is a table, the best way to present your information. Consider graphs, bar charts, or pie charts. Then dependent tables, small, can be placed within the text, even for a part of a sentence, right? Then independent tables, larger tables are separated from the text with the table numbers and captions, right? Then mathematics, only use mathematics where it is the most efficient way to convey the information. Then we have got the next thing, that is the layout of your report. The appearance of a report is not less important than its content. An attractive, clearly organized report stands a better chance of being read. Use standard 12-point fonts such as Times New Roman, Arial for the main text. Use different font sizes, bold, italic, underline where appropriate, but not to excess. Too many changes of the type style can look very fussy. As I have told you, you can use it as literal text. Then we have got headings, right? Use headings and subheadings to break up the text and to guide the reader. They should be based on the logical sequence which you identified at the planning stage, but with enough subheadings to break up the material into manageable chunks. The use of numbering and the type size and style can clarify the structure as follows. Right. So this is an example, right? Methods of harnessing wave energy. One shore-based system, deep water system, duct device, rafts, etc. This is the type of headings, right? Then references to diagrams, graphs, tables, and equations, right?
सर
Sir,
सर ये जो आपने ऊपर एनर्जीज बताई हैं इसको थोड़ा सा बता दें, समझ नहीं है ये क्या चीज़ है।
wait a moment. This is the division of the headings, right? This is an example, all right? Well, your main heading, your subheadings, then again subheadings, right? This is the an example of the breakup, right? For example, you can have 44, 20, 30 to 24, right? That you select as for headings, right? But for main heading, you may have some other font. For subheadings, you may have some other font. And for the text, you may have 10 to 12 points, right? This is the thing. I was telling you about the references to diagrams, graphs, tables, and equation, right? In the main text, you must always refer to any diagram, graphs, or table which you use. Label diagrams and graphs as follow, right? For example, you have already seen it in the manual of Cardiff University, right? And this is as again an example, right? This is again an example of a table, right? And then you can see equation if you have added any, and if there is no need, right? Then the next thing that involves here is originality and plagiarism. uh, in the beginning of our report, or the early pages of our report, right, we always take care of one thing, and that is a declaration sheet, right? In that sheet we declare this thing, the entire work that has been in this report is original, and at the same time is the brainchild of the report writer. But this refers to the originality of the report. But at the same time, where you have consulted some experts, some scientists, some writers, you have consulted their works, and you mention them in the reference section, or you cite them in the reference section. This is called citation of the references, right? And that we do to avoid plagiarism. And what is plagiarism? Plagiarism is some kind of intellectual theft where we try to uh, give credit to ourselves by stealing the intellectual property of others without acknowledging them. And what we do in reference when we mention them in the reference section, we actually acknowledge, well, this work was done, or this work has been written by Mr. So and so or Miss So and so. So your report at the same time, when you are sitting in the professional setting, at the same time, it asks for originality, and it should be free from plagiarism. There must not be any kind of intellectual theft. Then comes the next thing, that when you are finalizing the report and proofreading, right? So you have completed the report. You just have to check the main entries and then keep on proofreading it. You might find some mistakes, but the main sections and subsections, right, should be there, right, along with the appropriate formatting, uh, chunks equally divided into sections, subsections, paragraphs, bullets, points, page numbering, particular font style, particular font size, etc. Right? Then the summary, right? The summary with the title should indicate the scope of the report and give the main results and conclusion, right? It must be intelligible without the rest of the report. Many problem may read, refer to a report summary, but only a few may read the full report, right? So then proofreading involves uh, the exact amount of the material or exact amount of the information that is there in your report. All irrelevant, unnecessary things should be removed in this section first. Then, at the same time, you try to write your report right, that shouldn't have any kind of grammatical mistakes, any kind of punctuation mistake, any kind of spelling mistakes, and at the same time, it must not have any kind of contracted words, jargons, slang, right, polemical expression, or wordy expression. You have to take care of all these following things in your proofreading section. Your report should be a correct one, with the oh, with proper format, and with a simple plain language that is encouraged by most of the writers in report writing. Then word processing, desktop publishing, right? Uh, these are the packages that are offered by the word processing, right? These are some of the functions that you enable your document, right, to have a style, order, and layout. But when you when you do this, if you are not that expert, at the end you are always in trouble, right? So always try to do the things manually on MS Word, what I feel. And if you are that good that you can operate the software fully, then it's okay with you. Rather, it will be a convenient thing for you. Then we have got at the end two useful tips, right? Uh, First of all, do not bother with style and formatting of a document until the until you have got a final draft, right? And then do not try to finalize our the pictures, the diagrams, the graphs, right, until you are final with your content. So, my dear students, these were a little bit things, or this was a little bit basic information, right, about the techniques that are involved in report writing. And as I told you earlier, the basic techniques are number one, be clear and be logical, first of all, then knowing your audience. Then report itself, the parts of the reports, right? Then the layout, the structure, the graphs, the diagrams, the summaries, right? Proofreading, uh, all these things that are involved or that can be helpful for uh, better report writing. So, inshallah, we'll see you people tomorrow with the same junk, right, on report writing with a different topic, right? But our sole concern will be report, right? But with some different junk. I shall be sharing the link with you people, and at the same time, uh, the PowerPoints are the material of this thing as well, right? Thank you very much, all. Take wonderful care of yourselves. Bye.